what does that.
Exactly right, and we're going to see that from there. You can see a lot of pitches, kind of what sometimes Mexico does, right? Being creative on how to generate space and confuse the defense.
A rare running play to start as Trent Casey makes it second in midfield to go.
You love to see it shallow on the run. I'm going to keep talking about those yards after the catch, and we saw Trent Casey go for the dip at the end, challenging those defenders early on, letting him know some of those evasive moves he's got.
The dip maneuver enables the flags to drop. They're harder to grab and to stop the play dead in its tracks.
Precisely, because in flag, you cannot raise the height of your flags, you can only drop them.
Javen Johnson racing ahead. Third down in midfield. Back-to-back running plays to start for the team from Queensland.
People sometimes think that the running game is dead within flag football, but it is a huge part of it, especially when you talk about misdirection, to Rebecca's point earlier. What are the skill sets you can use? What are the strengths of your players? And this is great field position.
Rebecca and I have called some 7 games together. We've seen 3 running plays combined, 2 on this drive to open this second semifinal. Lofted way in the air and incomplete. And for a moment, Johnson was trying to kind of settle in underneath it like a center fielder. Now 4th and mid.
You had some shallower routes underneath. They just lost track of the ball on that number 6, Javen Johnson, but he almost came back. This is a big decision here. 4th down. We've seen this a few times. First drive, you're feeling excited. It's 12-minute rolling clock. This could be a big game changer in terms of if they convert or don't convert here.
Just outside of the run zone. Important to note, not that they want to run it on 4th and such a long distance to gain the first of more than 6 yards. Results, pass is caught, first down achieved, crossing midfield in the yellow line is Will Smith.
You want to watch the defender in the middle here. It looks almost like the offensive player runs into the defensive player, but it sets up this great move for number 9 to run across Will Smith. But you've got to be careful as a defender. You still got to keep your head on a swivel as well.
3 downs to score a touchdown. 1st and goal, just crossing that yellow line at midfield. So Australia on the move, and checking in is Matilda Featherstone for the first time as the center.
And they had to make a change on the defense because there was a player that received a hit to the head. The umpire was like, you need to get out of here, get checked.
Pass is caught near the goal line and stopped just shy of a touchdown on a nice play. It'll be 2nd down and goal to go.
Yeah, you want to just see this corner route here, coming across full speed. One of the tallest players, number 9 again, Will Smith. But to Rebecca's point, they had to make a change on defense with the defender that had run into the offensive player. When you bring a new piece of the puzzle into action, sometimes there's miscommunication, and that's what it looked like here for Team China.
Being Trace Holst, the quarterback, directing traffic here. And now they will come over, talk things a little deeper fashion near the sideline.
Looks like they've pulled out the player they thought had hit his head earlier.
Yeah, so they've done it twice. He tried to come into the game again. The ref is paying clearly a lot of attention to the change, and he asked him to leave the field once more.
Safety is of the utmost importance here.
Trace Holst moving under center, wants to get rid of it quickly. Sidearm, penalty markers come in. And now Mo with the touchdown grab initially. And let's check the infraction. Our referee, Kevin Bowersox.
Pass interference, offense, holding, defense. Those penalties offset, therefore we're going to replay 2nd down and goal.
2nd and goal, so enormous their penalties on both sides, Phoebe.
Yeah, and offensively, you cannot push off on a route at all. And boxing out, you can see how some of these players have really tried to be physical. That's why we have this as a no-run zone, because you don't want to encourage any of that extra physicality.
Trace Holst gets the snap and shovels it across the goal line for the touchdown. Javen Johnson able to catch it cleanly. 6-0, Team Australia strikes first.
This is great. When you are that close to the end zone, you just want to underhand toss it. You got your eyes up. You look for anybody who's open who can kind of box out Again, just like you do in basketball.
It's a sea of humanity right there, all coming together just inside the goal line.
I love how eloquently you put that, really painting the picture.
He'll go for the conversion, a 1-point try. Tres Hulse towards the front pylon, caught, and it is 7-0 Australia.
I love the decisiveness in the moment. He saw what the defense were presenting, and he just threw that dart to the front pylon, giving it a perfect angle.
Approaching.
A team that has quite good height on it as well, which is going to be a potential problem here against Team Australia.
Zio Hao, the reception, second and mid. Quarterback is Xiao Gao. And the pass tipped away at the last moment by Julio's Costin, and a penalty marker comes in.
Personal foul, roughing the passer defense, 5 yards from the previous spot. That penalty includes an automatic first down.
By however means necessary. Giving up the early score, now in position to try to tie it up, first and goal. No, first and mid, as the infraction comes 3 yards shy of midfield.
Yeah, you can see the quarterback just a little bit shaken up there. His hand being hit in that moment, but runs back into coach to get the play call. I always find it fascinating when you do a lot of under center work, the rusher is on you so quickly, you almost feel like you need to be able to be back. I mean, Rebecca is one of the best rushers that we've ever seen in the global game. You probably are licking your chops at an under center quarterback.
Down the field toss, and it's corralled again. And Team China in business, first down and goal, just 11 yards away from the end zone. And Zihao with another grab.
And yes, Phoebe, to give you an answer, yes, I love when the quarterback is really close to that center. Makes my job so much easier.
Oh, I thought you were saying, yes, you are the world's best pass rusher.
I wouldn't allow myself to say that.
But I can.
Second and goal for Team China. And a great flag pull at the last minute by Chisholm.
The only tricky thing about that is that there's going to be so many change and so many handovers of that ball when the center is handing the ball directly to the hands of the quarterback, that you need to be super patient and just observe how the play develops and make sure you're attacking the correct person, not to give enough time.
Team China in the yellow uniforms. Pass is going to be intercepted. Racing back the other way is Casey. Trent Casey off to the races. And the pick six.
I am surprised in some way that they did not throw a flag on Team Australia for downfield. You cannot shield a runner. You've got to be able to stop in your place when that happens. However, watch this. It looks as if the Team China receiver just needed to run a little bit more and reach for that, but that's not to take away from Team Australia in that situation. Brilliant interception, and then running the length of the field for the touchdown.
Well, a game-changing play for number 4 for Team Australia. Right place, right time, and he made him pay. 13-0, Australia going for the 1-point try. Sidearm delivery, reaching across the goal line, and the conversion attempt is good. David Johnson active in this first half, and approaching 4 minutes to play in the first half, 14-0 Australia.
What a nice touchdown again. This is quite a familiar concept. You've got the slant flat coming in, but for a quarterback to have those landmarks of throwing it to the front or the back pylons, it just makes it so much cleaner.
Pass incomplete. China gets it back. It'll be second down and midfield to go. The intended receiver, Yu Ching Yin.
And this is a bit on characteristics. We saw this earlier with Team Canada, where they start to make some mistakes that they are not known for doing. China are known for being really quite efficient in their movements.
Heidi Sternberg on the field for Team Australia. In traffic, pass caught, flag pulled, approaching midfield, and about a half-yard shy of the first down for Team China.
They love this little scissor concept where you've got a corner and a corner where they switch in the middle of the field, trying to confuse the defense. But for this defense, you're playing a lot of kind of cover 2. Now we're in this one high, perhaps even man.
Ao Chung Leo, the reception, third down, mid to go, and only a half-yard needed. Gao sends it deep, nearly intercepted. you had two players climbing deep into the sky to try to pull that one in. One for each side, 4th and mid.
You've got to give the Australia defense credit here, but I like this move by Team China because you are 3rd and short, so why not take a shot? 4th and short, you're pretty much trying to guarantee yourself to get the first down. It'll be fascinating to see what play they call here.
Little shovel pass straight ahead into the breadbasket. Trent Casey again. Are you serious? Back-to-back pick sixes for number 4.
That is incredible. A 25-yard rushing touchdown here. Oh my goodness, the awareness and to keep moving with the ball. Phenomenal job, and you can see the excitement on Team Australia's face.
Trent Casey can do no wrong on this Saturday afternoon, right into the breadbasket and corralled it off the carom, finally racing into the end zone untouched. Get that young man some water. He has earned a nice cold drink on this hot day in Canton. Make it Gatorade, a little extra electrolytes.
Get those electrolytes, smart idea.
For the conversion, in and out of the hands of Heidi Sternberg. It was right there.
I love the play call. I love the decision. Again, what's really nice about this young quarterback is how decisive he is. He sees there's something on that left side of the China defense. That's the 2nd time that he's attacked it, but again, loves those front pylons.
If you're Team Australia and you start to think ahead towards the championship, still plenty of time left here, we understand that, but it's a quick turnaround. It's something to consider for head coach Jordan Love.
You're spot on with that. I mean, the first half, we've got less than a minute. You want to try and rotate some people in. Make sure that you're getting some substitutions in as well, because it's a hot day out here. You want to conserve your players.
Team Australia, just the 1 touchdown drive, but the defense has been of the lockdown variety.
On that play in particular, look, you're seeing Australia getting more and more aggressive here. They're feeding off the momentum. However, the rusher false started in his movement, so then he wasn't able to actually rush. So there was no rush. Sometimes as a quarterback, that's harder on you because there's more field being covered. So that can work for or against you at times.
COL, bottom of the screen, has been China's best player so far. The elusiveness on display, scooting past the flagpole, and then Yen sees it yanked at the last minute.
Heidi Steinberg with the ice-cold flagpole. Brilliant job. Look, we talk about some of the sports that Australia have. You've got Aussie rules. You've got a phenomenal amount of multi-sport athletes that are out here playing.
Caught along the far side near the 10, a short game, 2nd in midfield coming up, and the reception made by young Leo.
I think this is the right way to start. Start finding those shoots. You probably want to angle a little bit deeper just to guarantee you those 6 yards, 7 yards at minimum. But this is a great job of reading this Aussie defense, starting to understand where they can kind of pick apart at people.
Team China from Guangdong, and the pass on the crossing route is there. Flag pulled quickly by Sternberg. It'll be 3rd and midfield to go.
They're really wanting to keep it to the outsides here, which I do not blame them. We also see a flag on the play here, so it'll be interesting to see what the official has to say.
Roughing the passer is the call. And they'll mark off that penalty yardage.
It's really hard as a rusher, and of course Rebecca can attest to this. You want to come in with ferocity and speed, but you also got to come to balance and have a little bit of control. It's a super fine line when you're in this position.
So foul, roughing the passer, defense, 5 yards previous spot, automatic first down.
This is a big penalty here early on in the game for Team Australia, but great for China to be able to move the football. It looks like it's being repositioned here, and a first down. I mean, this is the kind of situation that you want, because it looks like they're trying to assess.
If it's 1st and mid, right at midfield, you would have to believe you can take your chances with several deep balls.
There seems to be a little bit of confusion here.
And they're going to spot it back nearly 10 yards. 1st and mid from there, and that is the official indication. Zhao Gao remains the quarterback number 4 for Team China. He'll send it backwards to Young Leah. And the flag pulled deep in the backfield. Remy Chisel.
What a flag pull. I mean, one-handed, unbelievably casual. Did not even bite on that reverse. Look at how he comes in. He slowed down a little bit and just followed through, kept his eyes on the hips here. A penalty that should have been favorable to China has left them almost back at their starting position.
Yeah, second and mid. Across the middle, a leaping attempt, and it's incomplete. Will Smith was in the area, and the Team China player remains down on the hot turf here in Canton.
And I think, Roy, we can talk about how Phoebe's going to be in China in 20 days. Perfect timing. She's going to be representing Great Britain. There's going to be, how many teams, Phoebe? 8 teams playing. The best teams in the world that qualified. Italy got invited last minute. They're going to do a great job. It's going to be so exciting to watch. Best 8 teams in the world fighting it out in Chengdu, China. Are you excited, Phoebe?
Unbelievably excited. We fly out August 5th to head out there for the World Games, and we had a camp here actually last week, played against one of the teams that is here at the NFL Flag Tournament, so unbelievably honored to represent Great Britain on the biggest stage, one that I know you won last time when you were at the World Games, so it's a pretty full circle moment for all of us.
Great exchange between you two, and seeing the smile from Rebecca indicates the importance and the memories made at that event. Yancy Huang a little late to get up onto his feet, but appears to be okay after an extended time down on the turf.
It's part of the efforts that China has done to grow the sport, right? So you see now they're an international level competition, something you didn't see before, Phoebe.
Gal, the quarterback, and a wobbly pass will be caught. 4th and mid from there, but in a position to have an opportunity. And Ziho Ao hauls it in.
Yeah, it was a nice body catch there. 4th down. It looks like they're going to play it. Remember, if they do not convert, then Australia gets the ball there. And to your point, Rebecca, even right now, NFL China are doing a great job running 3 weeks of camps across China to educate and upskill all the coaches and the players in this area to be as competitive as possible whilst it comes to flag football.
Gal 6 of 12 passing, 73 yards. And looking down the field, now across midfield. This play still active. The flag was not pulled. And finally it is 1st down and goal for Team China. So attempting to come back, you have to start somewhere on the opening possession. Team China on the move.
I love to see that Team China, they did not get bogged down with the drive killers that occurred. And look at how calm and poised their quarterback was in the pocket. Zhao Gao, who did a great job of just hanging in there, and then to be able to deliver that. This is where it comes to from a defensive standpoint. You really want to teach that you're going to try and get a hand in the ball, but you've got to have a hand on that flag in case you miss it. Those yards after catch are so lethal, and this is a huge moment. Although let's keep in mind, 7:30 on the clock is rolling. They've got a 25-second play clock. You've got to start managing the drives here.
Zhao Gao remains in at quarterback. And floats this one out of bounds on 1st and goal. So 2 more tries to reach the end zone and get on the scoreboard for the first time today and get back in this game in this 2nd semifinal.
You need a little bit of urgency here when it comes, because you've got to be able to let Australia get a drive. You want to get back on the board as well, giving you 14. It's tight with these timings.
If I'm Team China, I'm looking to see where Trent Casey is number 4 in green, and then I'm throwing to the opposite side of the field to give myself the best opportunity.
100%. You've already faced that demon too many times now with the 2 pick sixes that he's gotten for you.
Gao with time, back corner incomplete. 3rd and goal, and 1 more try to reach the end zone for China.
I'm not sure if Trent Casey, the rusher, is just putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback right now, but the past 2 throws have been really high. You see him there. Both have been out the back of the end zone.
Looking again for Ziho Ao. That's been his favorite target on this possession and in our first half. 3rd and goal. China needs it to get back into it halfway home in our second half. There's the pressure, eludes the rush, and incomplete. With a chance in the back corner, and Australia will get the football back. Young Leo, the intended receiver.
Yeah, I think that would be a frustrating drive there for China. Having that front pylon, those chutes to the front pylon open pretty much on all three, he's going to want to get those back, but that's where the rusher comes in. It really blinds the quarterback from seeing the field of play.
7 opportunities with those 7 plays coming up empty. Team Australia gets the football. Little 2-quarterback system and the interception. Well, some trickery and it comes up empty and China gets the football back.
Even I was confused for a second. He looked like he was confused for a second which way to go, if that was a catch or an interception.
Boy Kai Jung with the grab.
What great awareness, way to play that. Again, this is where those two-way players make such a big difference when you can play defense and offense like that.
All right, so you're telling me there's a chance Team China needs to score quickly here, Phoebe.
Oh, we're saying there's a chance here right in the end zone.
How about it? Reaching across for the touchdown. And here comes Team China. Young Leo gets China on the board, 20-6.
If that isn't a rebuttal, I don't know what is. Decisive by the quarterback, and remember, it's about where the football is, not where the flag belt is when it's pulled.
Going for the 1-point try and running across the goal line with possession, Ziho Ao. And just like that, it's 20-7. 4 minutes and change remaining.
This is the Team China that we have seen throughout the tournament. Keep in mind, they played Puerto Rico before and they beat them 18-2. This is exactly what we've been waiting for. Sometimes they just needed that little sudden change, that momentum shift, a little bit of belief perhaps.
Has there ever been a game in the history of football at any level scored 18-2? That's some kind of scoregami rule there.
It's impressive.
It is. Flag was not pulled. Off to the races. Team Australia high-stepping. Javen Johnson for the score.
You just cannot appreciate this back and forth battle, the way that these two teams have been going at it. Watch this. This is why you never give up until the whistle blows. The balance of his hand, your hand can touch the ground. And for some of you at home, you might say his flags are no longer on his hips. Once the play has started and someone's pulled him, if they turn on his hips, that is not a penalty. That is just part of the game. It may be a challenge, but he did not give up. Fantastic.
Great show of sportsmanship by Team China in the end zone. After the score, you saw the pat on the back, indicating that was a heck of a play, and it was by Javen Johnson. Conversion comes up empty. 26-7 our score, but you love to see that.
You do, and within the flag football community, we appreciate athletes so much, and we appreciate each other.
Winner of this game gets Team Mexico in the championship. And Phoebe, you can already sense it'll get a little rowdy here at the Pro Football Hall of Fame with the contingent that has traveled in from Mexico. Rebecca, you know very well. How did you frame it earlier and how they'll travel?
Tiramos la casa por la ventana. Translation, you throw your house out the window, which means you sell it, you sell your car, whatever it takes to be present for your team. And that's basically how we travel to any tournament. Everybody shows up. And then also Mexico has like empathy with other countries. They're going to show up as well for them. We were seeing all of Latin American countries in the other game just cheering on for Mexico.
That's not how you got here, right?
Did you throw your house out?
No.
Very good.
Thankfully, I work for ESPN.
Very good. Very good. We're glad you're here. And you're going to stick around tomorrow for some more work, we were told, which I know we're all very excited about.
I am excited about it as well. It's going to be amazing. Phoebe's going to be there.
I'm going to be here. I'm just excited that we get to spend your birthday with you.
Happy birthday, Rebecca. Great catch for Team China. It'll be 1st and goal, approaching 2 minutes to play.
This is fantastic job by this Team China here, jumping up for the ball and then pulling into his body. He had Team Australia hanging on him as he went down. He used all that core strength to drag it in. What a phenomenal image of athleticism.
See, how many big plays has he made in this second half. Reaching ahead, inching closer to the goal line. 2nd and goal. Hao Chung Leo with the catch for Team China. Well, they have not given up in this game, and they've made some plays in this second half to hang around.
This second half, especially these past 10 minutes, have been phenomenal. The problem is the clock is rolling. 1 minute left on the clock, essentially. And keep in mind, it does not stop if the players go out of bounds either.
Team China, full contingent of timeouts remaining. Outside of the run zone, flag pulled. It'll be 3rd down and goal. So one more chance. Phoebe, that clock winding down, that is really the best friend of Team Australia.
It is, but both teams have 3 timeouts, so they are able to use them to stop the clock. I mean, you're down to 40 seconds already. You want to give yourself an opportunity. I guess on the other hand, you're thinking, let's let this be our last play and not give Australia the chance to get back on the field after what we just saw with that full field touchdown.
Xiao Gao, the quarterback, eluding pressure for a moment until the flag was pulled. Matilda Featherstone, the sack to clinch the game for Australia.
What a way to seal the deal. Rebecca Landa, you've been in that situation so many times.
It feels so good. And she was speed, light, fast. You could see her break down really close to the quarterback. She's also a little bit shorter. She has great balance and coordination down below. Great play by her. I love co-ed football.
5 seconds remaining, and the clock is stopped perhaps for the final time. A great run by China. You mentioned the victory 18-2 earlier to make it this far to the semis. And now we start to look ahead and think about what's to come. 5 o'clock Eastern, back here on this same field, almost an hour from now. Team Australia, Team Mexico for the International Division Championship. And for head coach Jordan Lowe, perhaps a dream come true for his team and their opportunity.
An absolute dream come true. Look, this is the first time that Team Australia has made it to the finals. The biggest thing right now is going to be managing his players, managing those emotions, because this is a huge win for them, beating Team China, but then also making it onto such a big stage. You're going up against one of the best teams we've had here, who's had finals experience in Team Mexico.
He'll fake the toss, final play of the game, heave it long, and a pass incomplete, looking for Costin, and that will do it. Well, time for Team Australia to refresh, rehydrate, repeat, and get set for the championship against Team Mexico after a 26-7 win over Team China this afternoon in Canton.
What a beautiful display of flag football we have seen. Both sides, both teams, offense, defense, they have been electric. Team China coming to play in that second half, but it was Team Australia. Those 2 pick sixes, the full field touchdown in the second half. This was a dominant win by Team Australia. Congratulations to the victors.
Well, the highlights as we go back to the first half where the majority of the action took place for the team from down under. Will Smith, an early long reception, nearly reaching the end zone. Moments later, Australia would score, and there you see it, the underhand scoop to Javen Johnson, the first of his 2 touchdowns. And then, if a little Trent Casey is good, more is better. Back-to-back pick sixes.
Absolutely. I think we were looking for a hat trick at some point, but phenomenal to see 2 back-to-back pick sixes. I've never seen that in my time playing flag football. But the awareness here, you're juggling it, you're running, you're evading, the celebration, the excitement from your teammates, just the pride. This is why flag football is a team sport. Moments like this where Team China